Cool. I think my favorite chapters in SPM has got to be like chapter 3 and chapter 7. Specifically, though, like in those chapters, maybe like.
You know, Yoshi, traditionally I do an introduction at the beginning
Oh,
of the
yes, my bad.
stream.
Sorry. I
Hey
didn't realize you.
everyone. No, yes, when I said I'm gonna start streaming now, I meant I'm gonna start streaming now.
Awkward.
Hey, this is JDH64 and Yoshizilla co-commentating.
Hi. I'm failing miserably right now.
And I agree that chapter 3 and 7 are, well, I agree that they're your favorite. I'm not gonna disagree. You know better than me. They are also two of mine. I have non-minimal trepidation about going into chapter 6 with the restrictions I have, though. This will be interesting, to say the least.
Chapter 6 is very annoying. At least when you actually go back and post-game and do it.
Oh yeah, well I'm probably not gonna do that. Okay, now I honestly don't remember where the pure hard pillar is. But I know it's in flopside. And this is not flopside. That's the wrong pipe. But this game volume is really loud. As long as we're just in town, let's speed things up a little bit.
I just realized, so have you gotten, well, is this a no spoiler stream or something? Because I don't want to say it.
I don't really care.
Have you gotten, what's Pixl's name? Dasher?
Yeah,
Dash
I haven't
L?
gotten Dash L because I'm gonna do
Dash
the
L.
pit, like the flipside pit post game.
Oh yeah.
And I may do the flopside one as well. We'll see. I guess
The
really,
flop side.
really, if I'm gonna do the
Okay.
flopside one, I should save my game now and copy it, like right before I start the next chapter. Truth be told, I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm just gonna kind of go down.
Dude, flopside pit is annoying. It's like, you go in there, you get all the way to the end. Hey, do it again to prove your worth.
Yeah, honestly,
Alright.
like, I mean, I've done a hard enough challenge, the pit, already. I think I'm just gonna skip it. Honestly, like the flopside pit. Like, I'll do a minimal flipside pit with these conditions, perhaps. But I don't really feel like going through the whole song and dance again. Yeah, that's right, you can't get up there without Luigi or having gotten the back way.
But you also need to complete the flip side pit before you can open the flop side pit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing this so you can get a shortcut.
That wasn't quite the plan, but might as well not waste our trip down here. And now coins are basically worthless for the rest of the run. Hey, Dark. Oh, I presume this is the way we go.
Speaking of like the flip side and flop side pit, I feel like the flop side pit, at least the boss at the end, is just easier than the flip side, in my opinion.
What's wrong with the audio levels, Dark? Is it your own side, or am I unbalanced? Because I thought I checked them and they seemed alright.
He's saying his side. I think that's why he's not talking.
Yeah, flipping. Well, I honestly don't remember, again, where to go, so let's go further out and see if... Nah, that probably gets us to the Pure Heart pillar. Yeah. Let's see what's
Are you
down
still
that
trying to
pipe
find the
first.
pillar?
Yeah, I think it's out that way, but let's check this pipe first.
I actually don't remember. I haven't played this game in like a year.
Okay, yeah, I think this goes to the chapter 7. Wow, there's just these things everywhere. Yeah, this is the chapter 7 one.
Getting a little too ahead of ourselves.
These move.
Or isn't that more like... That's not the one to get into chapter 7. That's the one... Wait, no it is. I was thinking you don't have Luigi at that point, but
Yeah.
you do. Because it takes you into like a chapter 6 intermission, but also kind of chapter 7
Yeah.
state. Because like you don't know you're in chapter 7, but you know.
I think I can get back from here, right? Actually, this probably doesn't do anything yet. Yeah, this doesn't do anything yet, so that was wasted time. And flip energy. We'll just take the hit. Power plus? I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I want to say this is like an extra power thing that I definitely shouldn't get. So I can't think of what else it would be. There's no keys down here or anything.
Are you not getting it at all?
I'm not using inventory items, and I think that would count as one.
I guess so. Is that like the challenge or something? But
Yeah. So I'm only using Mario. For combat, I'm only using the first 2 pixels, and I'm not using any inventory items. So, like, the classic is, like, just standard block-style, items, and, Mario only. Then the 2
That makes
pixel is
sense.
obvious.
Yeah. You said you used the first 2 pixels?
Yeah, Thoreau and Boomer. They're... unfortunately, I had to cheat one of the conditions with, what's it called? The blooper. Just because there's no way to get around it. You have to use one of those 3 things. Either non-Mario, Fuddly, or items.
Yeah, it's not cheating, it's just an exception.
It's a shame, because I thought it was exception-free. Also, hello, actually,
fun.
Dark.
Hello, JD.
Hey, Dark.
Hello, Zilla.
Wait, no, we need a Mario 1000 PM64 Lightning Bolt Puzzle Master.
Good grief.
Why is that your name? Are you...
Why not? I wanted it to be, and I made it so.
I mean, technically, I'm also the puzzle master, in the sense that I came up with some of the puzzles.
True.
In the sense that someone who runs a quiz is a quiz master.
Yes.
Yeah. There used to be 1,000-Year Door puzzle races. There was only 2, and then no one did them anymore.
Puzzle races? Is that like the bingo stuff, or...?
I mean, it was something that I think Sword and Zephylos, like, kind of came up with, and one of them was, like, you need to get 2 Flavios to follow you, and you, like, there were certain terms, like, you can't... Yeah, I don't know. And there were, like, certain terms, like, you can't, you know, switch partners or something, and... Yeah, and... The second one, which I have no idea how the frick you do this, you have to beat Magnus 1 in 1 turn without using, like, Power Bounce, Mega Rush, like, you know, like, it's just a bunch of things. It was just, like, it was so annoying. It's like, how the heck are you supposed to do that?
Magnus 1.0? Or the first one?
Magnus 1, yeah.
I would assume that would involve a lot of getting power badges. Or I guess bringing in, well no, yeah, you can't get all those. Yeah, just copying this file in case I do want to change my mind on Flopside at some point.
Yeah.
This is the earliest it could be done. Alright, now to progress with the story. Oh, I probably should have stopped at the inn to heal that 5. How close am I to a level?
Yeah, not like you have anything to worry about. These stammer guys, they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's not like I have to actually fight them and not use Bowser and carry. Whatever, we'll see how it goes. Like, honestly, I don't even know how to go about this. I don't know how many of them will just walk right into Boomer. Or whether Thoreau's any use against him. And what a waste of such a cool aesthetic. Then we get a glorified, like, more boring Bit of 100 Trials. And nothing else. For good reason. Honestly, I side with Black on this one. Forgot that guy that just shows up here and is never seen again.
I thought his character was actually in Flopside, or is it Flipside?
Is it? Yeah, that's right. I think he might be.
He recalls the details of the Piccolo pixel.
Ah. Okay, yeah. So that's entirely pointless. Boomer it is. Either getting him to...
Just lure him.
Sheesh! Do they all have that much HP?
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna take quite a while at this rate. I'm gonna have to start using Boomer and luring him that way. The first guy has 30 HP.
Okay, GD Star actually found... I found, like, the puzzle, what it was, because I wanted to figure it. So, the goal was defeat Magnus Von Grapple with a single attack from Mario on turn 1, allowing the second turn of the battle to start, or dealing damage to Magnus with any partner will not fulfill the goal. And the things that are banned is the Charge Badge, Mega Rush, Power Bounce, Double Pain, random badge drops, and the Piano Parlor.
Okay, so it's a matter of playing further into the game and backtracking at that point, then?
Probably. I have no idea. You can't...
I would assume so.
Because you don't really have the means to do that otherwise.
So, like, you'd have to, like, get a bunch of power pluses or something, and P up, P down.
Okay, just
like,
the first one has that much HP. I was gonna say...
You have to get a lot of stuff. You have to do 30 damage.
Yeah. With 1 defense. Or against 1 defense.
Yeah.
No problem, just power up Mario to have his jump be, what, 16 attack? Just base, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, powerlift is also banned.
Just ban a lot of things and make it only like what, maybe 1 or 2 solutions possible though. After you get through like the HRG stuff, what have you.
Just ban all of the multi-hit moves. Has to be 30 damage and a single strike. You gotta use
know what?
like
Just ban everything. Just
27 hot sauces.
You know what? Just ban everything. What do hot sauces do?
They're just the charge status, yeah.
Just ban everything, to be honest. So how are the fights going without Bowser?
The strategy seems to be working decently well. It's just like, I don't want to trust their AI to do anything reasonable.
See what really happens the latter half.
The latter half of what? We're not doing the whole dang thing.
Yeah, I mean like the latter half of the required 20.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember how the AI changes.
Some might be easier to get with Boomer, and some might be harder. So far, however, you're going just fine.
Unless those random ninjas and so forth decide to show up again.
Ah, yes, the ninjas.
I should really be trying to combo... Like, I should be trying to combo bomb hits into jumps. For even faster takedowns.
But there's the added risk, though.
Yeah. Worked out well that time.
Good.
The ninja decided to run away. Good for him.
Hey, Miles Luigi.
Hey, good afternoon.
What are you up to today?
More like good evening. It's like almost...
Good evening. Pretty much a day for me to relax, actually. I got like 14 hours of sleep, which is nice.
Oh my gosh, that's way too much for me. In my opinion, more than like 8.5 hours of sleep and I just get a headache.
Oof. Well, I needed it.
Yeah, it may be the difference that I'm still a teenager.
That may make a difference. But today I got from Amazon a Raspberry Pi and a case for the Raspberry Pi and an SNES case for the Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to be playing with this today.
Work out? Oh gosh, he is not where I thought he was. Oh wow, I've like never seen any of these attacks. Tried to cheese him and it's not working. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to challenge him. Get anywhere near him, and you get, like, multiple damage. Well, that was 6 damage I didn't need to take. Yeah, we're not gonna level up, so that's all I get. Well, so much for the jump comboing.
Good luck.
Yeah, on the bright side, this is first time through, so you don't have to go all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know so little about this. Like, I don't even know if those ninjas appear, like, consistently or not on certain floors or certain stages.
In my opinion, doing the Summer Kingdom is like, it's just like so much more annoying than the flip or flop side pit.
I'd rather do flopside twice than this once.
Yeah, same. And especially with the what is it called? Like the emergency, like item. I forget what it was.
Yeah, the emergency
Emergency
rations kind of cheat the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you just cook that. It's like so easy. Oh, it heals 50 HP in the pit or whatever it was.
Well, I will say doing with just Mario as you're doing makes it definitely harder because both Peach and Bowser help trivialize a lot of these fights.
Kind of makes you just want to, die a little on the inside.
Oh wow, I didn't even know they could walk off the platform. Ah, miss. So you can just walk down here. That makes things a lot easier.
I mean, Miles, you have proven how overpowered Bowser can be, because I think I remember in your LP, as soon as you got Bowser, you were like, alright, let's go to the pit.
Yeah.
I can't stand using Bowser in the pit, man. There's just no headroom, and Mario works so well there when you can just use 3D to get out and dodge.
I think my whole point is that Bowser's Flame Breath is just ridiculously useful.
Oh, it really... Okay, it is, like...
Where am I?
Bowser's, like, fire is so overpowered, it makes, Shadow easier than Racktail. At least in my opinion.
I still find Bowser quite helpful on certain floors versus other floors, clearly. Just really depends on the speed and the range of the enemy and their attacks.
Do you only have to fight 20 of these? I thought you had to fight 25 at least.
Nope, 20 is when he interrupts.
Is that even true? I forgot about that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's right, you fight 20, and then...
Senior project!
You fight 20, and then the portal gets bigger, and they're all like, oh no, the end of the world. And then...
Weird. Go ahead. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna let you finish, but...
Oh, I was just saying, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world, and then they just let you pass, and you go to the next part.
Amazingly, I forgot about that the second time I played the game, and I don't really know how I forgot that. But then again, I think I've forgotten a lot of things about this game. For instance, like on Discord, we were chatting about where explicitly in the game does it reveal Mr. L is Luigi, but I had just completely forgot there was explicit dialogue.
Okay, really, if no one could tell that Mr. L is Luigi, it's like, unless you're like, a little kid, it's like, okay, fine, that's understandable. But if you're like, but, I don't know, if you're like, older, like, I don't know, a teenager, and you can't tell that Mr. L is Luigi, it's like, come on, really?
This'll be the fun one. Yeah, none of this.
Oh my gosh.
None of this.
We're seeing it now.
I am abusing that 3D so hard. There's no way I'm gonna dodge that.
Good.
Now, you may have tried this before I joined, but can you use throw on any of these guys, or do they just can't be picked up?
I mean, you can pick them up. It's just not gonna do anything because, like, once you throw them down, they'll be able to attack before you can get a free jump in.
Ah, and unless there's another ninja guy, there's nothing really to throw them on.
It's true. I suppose if those guys were to show up, you could do damage that way, and that would probably be safer than this. Well, depends on their AI, I guess. Ah.
To be honest, I'd rather do the pre-hooktail pit than do the Summer Kingdom ones.
Come on.
Ah, come on, quit jumping! He's not even, like, in the wrong place, he's just... Wow. Thank you, invincibility from 3D. Yorg.
Okay, I can see why 3D is useful here.
Oh yes. Gotten out tight spaces, especially in the pit. Incoming Magiblot attacks, right when it touches the nose. Nope, 3D.
You beat him. Only 10 more to go, I think. Oh wait, no. that was 20. I lost count.
I don't know how they, like, had any impression that you might think that you were actually going to have to do this, like, all in one sitting. Like, even with the cheese strats, there's no way that would throw like, the average player into a 100-fight gauntlet. And I feel like people would have to know that.
Well, I mean, they did it with T2ID. They do it in one sitting, no save. Well, I mean, I guess you can pause.
Well, yeah,
the
but that's
game.
optional. That's not like a required mid-game chapter.
Yeah.
They don't give you any heal points or items or anything. Other than, like, level ups, but those aren't likely to happen. I've only made it, like, 15,000 points off of the 20 I did fight.
Well, at least you got through the fights.
With 17 HP remaining.
I just have to do whatever fight comes after this with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't worry.
Then you safely heal right before Robot.
Me is coming up.
I forget what this is. This chest here. Does this do
It's a
anything?
bomb. It's just a bomb that does nothing.
I just realized the
Oh.
void kind of reminds me during, like, how you can just game over, like, after the intro if you just continue to say no to Merlin. No, we don't want to save the world.
Forgot this fight was right here. Dang it.
This is also my favorite Mimi outfit. I mentioned in the last stream.
I love how you have all these, you know, minions and evil villains, and it's like at the end of the game, oh, okay, we'll help you.
Boy, this is gonna be something else.
Nah, you got this. Favorite soundtrack?
Well, I hit everything but Mimi, so that's gotta count for something.
Good job, dude.
Okay, I guess I should have expected that. That was the wrong way! This may be
At
my
least
first
there's-
death at this rate.
At least you saved.
Yeah, true. Oh, dang it, I knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why I didn't walk off the line.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, I didn't- I thought she already... Alrighty then.
I just realized, what would happen if you used the return pipe and then went to go, you know, get healing? Well, you can, but I'm just saying, like, I guess it's like a casual player where you like say, oh man, this fight's gonna kill me. How about I just go and get some more items? Can you actually do that? Or not?
I don't know. I think I've only hit her twice, dang it. Like, this is
She's
gonna
got 25 HP.
Oh, and you got 5 HP.
I am-
Oh, now you got 3 HP.
I keep hitting everything except Mimi. Oh, really?
Time for peril strats.
Girl,
Nice.
get a Mega Wish.
This game is easy, man.
Oh man, you were kind of getting bodied.
Nah, he was already done for.
Let's not stand right in the middle of two things now.
Yeah, you're done.
Oh.
The end of the world. Well, it was the end of your world, that's for sure.
One-liners. I always thought that Mimi and this one had 40 HP. I don't know where I got that from.
I should probably tattle just to be sure, but
But it is indeed 25.
I have to think Thoreau is the better option over Boomer here. Oh boy, I threw it into the ground!
But definitely, Thoreau. Always. Grab those movies.
I love how we're just kind of sitting here, you know, kind of laughing at JD's misery while I'm probably the only one laughing. It's like, we should try this. Just go through this pain.
I don't know. I'm definitely chuckling at his misery right now.
There we go, I'm actually hitting her in the right place now.
There you go.
I'm gonna flip into 3. Ah! There's always more of those than I think there are.
Yeah, at least you're actually hitting her this time.
Up, 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 up! Well, I couldn't have known that was going to happen. She's just abused the heck out of this 3D.
Oh man.
Fine, I'll
Isn't that a shocker? Come on, dude.
Do I have to hit her? I don't think I got this far. Do I have to hit her in 3D?
I've just always been under the impression that there's at least one spot where she will just stay in 3D and not return until you hit her in 3D.
Sheesh!
She's flipping into 2D when you flip into 3D.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this, honestly.
Well,
Do with 1 HP. Oh, rip.
I'm gonna, like, when I get to that 3rd hit again, I'm gonna do the same thing and see what happens.
What game over number is that, JD Easter?
Well, none before this.
2 total.
Would have been nice if I'd come in here with more than half health. Should have planned out my my points ahead of time to level up right before this.
That would have been a good strat.
Just hit her right in the face. Why did I move to the side when that happened? I was perfectly lined up. I'm not paying enough attention to where the things are on the ground. Yep.
Real challenge.
Well, that
or
was
lack
all
thereof.
fun.
The real challenge, or lack thereof, is not going to the end and then fighting Brobot. L-type. And you could do it too. Just with what, 11 HP?
Yeah,
Fine.
sure. 9 HP, yeah. See, 11 I could do it with. Sub 10, that's pushing it.
You can swap to carry though. The fight doesn't start now.
True.
Yeah, it's all cutscene from Cure forward until our next major event.
Pretty much.
Happy news is when I first played, I had Dash L already from the events of Chapter 4, excuse me, after Chapter 4, so I just sped right through all of this.
I was gonna say, Chapter 4 must have been a lot longer than I remembered it being.
what's your guys' actual opinion about this game, like, compared to the others?
It's okay. I like it.
If only this guy actually talked like that when you fight him in the, like, the 100. It cannot be stopped!
Definitely enjoyed the story. I liked having to.
That's what I've
It was
heard.
unexpected.
Just from what I've heard from people, people said that SPM has like the best story.
The best story as far as like all the Paper Mario games.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I wanted to have my friend Evil Pop Tart see this game blind, so...
Is that why he told you to say no, 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 don't save the world? And just got you a game over?
Yes! I'm so happy that that turned out exactly like that, because I was wondering if it was going to be like that, and it did.
And then I remember in the second episode, it like started off with you saying, "We are surely the heroes," and then you just like, "No, I don't want to save the world." Trying to get you another game over. I feel like if there was ever a time where Evil Pop-Tart was like, you know, an unspoken hero, you know, in real life, and they said, "Evil Pop-Tart, you must save the world," I was gonna be like, "No, I'm just gonna go home and take a nap. Screw the
Sounds
world."
about right.
I'd like to ask him that now. See what he'd say. I mean, he'd probably say exactly what he says. Like, no, not gonna save the world.
Thought there was an inn here. Was I mistaken?
There shouldn't be an inn. There should only be a shop.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I enjoyed this game. I like the gameplay more than some. I definitely enjoy the gameplay of doing, like, just normal enemy fights in the pit, because I think that's the best balance curve that the game has. And I enjoy, like, just setups where you can combo enemies, just kind of devoid of, like, the RPG context. That part of it is fun. I mean, I always liked farming points in the old 2D games anyway.
I didn't really know how I felt about this game when I first played it. It was just kind of... I don't think I enjoyed it as much until I played it my second time. It's like, alright, this game is fun. It's definitely like my top 3 for Paper Mario. I'll let you guess what the other top 2 are.
Don't think we need to guess.
Well, you're not fond of of your world records in the other two, so like they're 4th and 5th for now. Eventually, you'll like them more.
Oh my gosh.
Enjoyed every second of gameplay that I had for the Super Paper Mario, including the worst aspect of 5-1. But yeah, honestly.
Oh yeah, 5-1 was actually
using an internet walkthrough. I mean, totally playing the game as intended and going through this text dialogue 3 times.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not gonna get out a pen and, you know, write down what the combination is.
Except I did my first time playing.
This is the thing. This game's made for, like, you know, kids. Like, what the heck, Nintendo? Gonna make a kid's brain explode?
I mean, it's great because Jasper, I believe that's what the the Cragnon
Whoops, that's
name
not
is.
right.
He says to get out a piece of paper and pencil because this is a long one. I'm like, oh, really? There's an actual warning. Like, okay, are you ready? You sure? Okay, here it is.
I just used an internet walkthrough.
So I'm just thankful for that.
Really, game? You're gonna make me use 2 hands to play through this section?
Oh yeah, by the way, Miles Luigi, even though, like, you probably don't remember this, but I think I remember watching this recently. During the, what was it? It was in Chapter 2, where you have to get a bunch of rubies, and you're on the wheel, and you can, I think I remember, unless it was someone else, you, like, use something to keep Mario like sliding. So
Ooh, it's
then
a pipe wrench.
yeah, to keep Mario sliding. I told someone who was doing their first casual SPM playthrough. I told them about that, and was just like, "Yo, I should try that." And well, he used a clothespin, and then he was like, "I did it! I'm a genius! See you guys!" And he just left, and like, I don't know where he went, but he probably went to go get food or something because he was gone for like a good 5 minutes. It was hilarious.
Okay, then.
See, yeah, seems like your strategy works.
Pipe wrench on the controller just so you can get enough rubies, but if you do actually know this game, like, you don't need that many rubies, actually.
Yeah.
I appreciate that Mr. L doesn't actually pick things up by hand. He kind of levitates them towards himself.
I know, dude. That's just how everything should be in real life. You shouldn't pick stuff up. You should levitate it to yourself.
Who needs hands, telekinesis for everything?
Man, I am so glad I healed. I forgot just how dang far this was from the main area.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long run if you get another game over.
I want to point at the screen, but I don't want to get hit by an attack in doing so.
I do have to say, Mr. L is a very
64.
cool villain, at least in my opinion.
All I have to do is just flip. Oh, wait.
Did I just use Tippy for invincibility? Also, why is he taking... It said defense against fire is 8.
Yes, but the bomb explosion is his weakness.
Oh, that's not fire. Okay. Suppose.
There's no fire and explosion. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see. Just don't want me dodging that.
How much HP does he have?
64, so he's like half gone already. I thought that might be in range.
Nice try trying to dodge that.
Well, hello. This isn't like a Kirby game where you can just start dashing lackadaisically like after the attack starts.
Don't
Oh
get
yeah,
sucked up.
Katie Easter,
Oh.
you convinced me to start playing through Kirby Planet Robobot, and I've made it through to the second chapter so
What?
far.
That did extra damage?
Oh wow.
Second chapter of Planet Robobot, you say?
Yeah, I'm not too far into it, but it seems interesting so far. Compared to Triple Deluxe, which had the whole Hypernova thing, I think I like the robot having Kirby's copy's abilities is pretty cool.
It might be because you're weak.
I like how when you defeated Robot L, type of missile just came out as well.
I appreciate that I took less than 9 damage, so I totally didn't need to heal. I took 8 damage, I believe.
Well done.
Maybe it was harder than that.
The peril strats. Maybe it was just death by 1,000 cuts.
That would suck.
If there's anyone to get a game over on, it should be 2 of them. Mimi and Bone Chill.
Yeah, Bone Chill, I have no idea how that's gonna work.
Ah, you'll get it.
But
I
at
mean,
least
it's-
there's probably a save block before it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And an Ultra Shroom.
Luigi's always the weakling, even if he is a villain. Bone's so easy with Luigi, you just uppercut him until he dies.
I probably should have used Luigi the first time I played, but I don't think I did, because I wanted to go the safe route of not getting hit. But in any case, you could still not get hit with Luigi, just because of how easy to cheese that fight.
Well, Luigi's dead. He's now gone to the underworld.
I'd like to figure out how in between that time he managed to fall into the river Styx. Bowser and Peach were able to make it farther than he was.
I like how the Pure Heart thing above the door lights up, despite the fact it's like kind of in a questionable state at the moment.
Too bad he can't choose from 6-1 and 6-2. Would have liked to return to the fight or the place where I fought Mimi. Nothing would have changed.
Sort of.
It still begs the question, this scene, if that can happen at all, why not ambush them all?
There's several layers of gambits going on, as per usual. Just like the Shadow Sirens using Grotus to get things from Mario.
True, but still.
Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. But whatever. As if anyone hadn't played TTYD by the time this came out. Actually, that's a lie. I hadn't beaten TTYD when I played this. Go ahead and force the classic rules. But with there being no pixels on me. You keep your items? Oh, you do. I can't use Boomer the like, but I can use my Keel Mango.
Oh, look, it's the Pure Heart. We don't know that yet.
Questionable spawn position there.
If a player were to have Luigi and jump up to Loveby just via hacks, would the person be able to speak to Loveby?
No messages, English.
Really, game? And you're gonna make me do this blind now?
Oh man.
Wait for that bar to refill. How far do you have to go without switching? Gee whiz.
What do you have to do?
Just gonna take the damage, I'm not gonna wait. Just have to walk along the back seam, and if you go back into 3D, you're going to have to like go back around again. Yeah, we could pay the guy the 4 coins, or we could just swim across ourselves.
Yeah, I never paid the guy to like swim across.
Come on, first game experience or first time experience, you all didn't do that? Come on.
Taking jabs at Greek mythology here. Hot takes from
Hey.
Nintendo.
Hey, the hands aren't that scary.
I'm also pretty confident that I skipped over this text like really quickly and missed the part that I had to kind of investigate in the river.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I stayed until 0 progress, excuse me.
Oh look, girl Satan. I forget, what is this character's name? I haven't played this game in a
Shades.
while. Shades.
Well, if you were like me, when I was younger, I said Jadis because I didn't know any Greek gods.
Shades. Yeah.
What badge should I nominate for the Glitz Pit Rankings board?
Not piercing below?
Not
Bad enough.
piercing glow.
P up, D down, or no, P down, D up, because it's your favorite badge.
The vast majority of the votes are for... What's it called? The vast majority of the votes have removed badges currently. We're gonna burn through those good and fast at this rate. Yeah. For those watching this later, not in the know, or currently not in the know, on the Glitz Pit Discord, which I think, yeah, is currently being advertised on screen, there's like this thing going on where we're kind of voting on what the best badges are in terms of like performance in Thousand Year Door. And it's been fun discussion. We just started. I wasn't paying attention to what was happening in the game. I assume I got the key to go down this way, right? Yeah.
You got the key. You got the key. Don't get hit by the hands.
You'll get spit back out at the beginning of the dungeon.
Wait, is that actually what happens? Or, wait.
Now,
Oh,
just
wait.
takes more damage.
That's right. I'm thinking Thousand Year Door, where like the dull bones just rush you out of the castle.
Or hands taking you back to the front of it.
Wait, I
like
forgot
it's
that
like
happened. Does that happen in the Shadow Palace of Shadow too?
No, you game over.
Oh wow.
Now that I had absolutely no idea of the Palace of Shadow.
Yeah, you go into the middle and they kind of eat your soul, and they just, yeah, it just dies.
I was just gonna go down this pipe hand. Sheesh.
I want to see a video of that because I've actually never seen that.
Yeah, I think I have seen that
Well,
now
they-
that you mention
They
it.
don't
but,
they don't eat your soul. Like it just shows Mario like going to the center, and then there's like some text or something, and then just game over.
I didn't expect Nintendo to actually show graphic detail of Mario's soul being eaten. Don't worry.
Why did I flip that back on instead of checking to see if there was something in 3D first?
So I rolled a random number between 1 and 88 because there's 88 unique badges in Thousand Year Door.
There's
It
80
gave me
There's 84 and not left, and there are 8 of them we're not using. So.
Oh, I guess I was going off of the ones that are also not in use. I picked at 31, which when I looked up the 31 badge is P down D up.
Alrighty then.
Man.
Okay, I am totally lost here. I'm probably being a moron. I don't remember how to do this.
The block.
I can't get the block down here. Can you push it underwater?
You
Pretty
cannot
sure you can.
not push it underwater. It has to be.
Oh, you can.
Really? Underwater?
It's probably only not underwater you can't push it, and I had it confused. I mean, it was the only
yeah,
thing
'cause
left
there's
to
no gra- 'cause
try,
There's
so...
no gravity underwater.
Yeah, fair enough. It was the only thing left to try, to be fair. Other than trying very hard to jump into the pipe on the wall.
This actually might have been another spot where I got stuck because I thought I had to be not underwater.
I still love that I found like 2 areas I've never been to in a 5-3 on the stream the other day. Gosh, I don't know what I did to my wrist, but it hurts so much right now.
Too many video games.
Secret area? Okay. Secret area can stay secret for all I care.
Oh wait, that's right. Is it blocked off or something at first? Oh yeah, you have to drain the water or something. I remember.
I never understood. Why is that?
Oh, that's where you're supposed to progress. Figures. Yep, they're gone now.
Yeah, it's interesting. This all just vanish.
Bonus area! You know, standard fare. There's something really humorous about this.
Oh my gosh. You should have gone into 3D. See, there's more coins.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have nothing to spend these coins on at the moment, more or less. Just cards.
Guess we're not going for a Tiptron post game. No.
Oh, I mean, I guess I could save for that. I don't heal for these.
Oh, you're not allowed to heal from them either?
No, it's just that these fountains don't heal. Period.
Just the one at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does it mean?
What does life mean?
Hey, I'm loaded with free time.
Wait, what?
He's just like, well, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, I'm loaded with free time. And now Luigi just becomes a fearless... Just person. It's like... What can happen at this point?
Yeah, I'm already dead.
Mario has yet to tell him he hasn't actually died. Like,
Wait, what?
Mario hasn't told him he's not actually dead. He's like, yeah, sure. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, Luigi, you've just died, you know? So what are you using Luigi for? Like, cause Mario you're gonna be using for combat, but...
I mean, I'll use Luigi's when he's needed for puzzles, obviously. Or for just, like, generally moving around on the overworld, as will probably be the case later in this world.
This is gonna make Orange Hill interesting.
Yep.
I can't even imagine fighting him without Luigi, so good luck.
Well, anyways, I'm actually going to head out now because I'm actually expecting some friends to come hang, so...
Have fun!
Yeah,
See you
hopefully.
around.
Good luck with this challenge still.
The tough aspect is gone, because Mimi is gone.
No more Mimi.
No
Yeah, I
one-
should have been dreading that fight in particular. I thought Chapter 6 proper was going to be a bit harder than it was.
Alright, anyway, talk to you all later.
So yeah. Alright, I forgot there was a ceiling here for some reason.
Because there's a second floor.
Yeah. Can't really see the ceiling from here.
Do you have to super jump though to reach the pipe? I think you could just run and jump.
Those pipes? I don't think so.
I don't recall actually, but
I'm just doing this out of convenience. Ah! Float this way. Don't have to deal with 3D in this room anymore. Oh boy, what we don't want is to be poisoned, but that would be nice. Ah. Yeah, whatever. I'd like to hit this block. Coin, that was well worth it. Okay, there's not actually a pipe. I really want you using the super jump here. Okay, enough of that nonsense.
Did I flip when I first played this, or did I actually just go through that line of Frost Piranhas?
I mean, presumably one would normally keep going with Luigi, because the first one's too high to jump over. It's like, yeah, skip this. I'm not in the other room, so I can't fall down anymore. I mean, maybe I couldn't anyway. We'll see. Now falling down would be nice. But naturally, I can't. Well, less nice if that's how it happens. Nice. Perfect placement too, right behind the pipe.
Interesting. Something just came to my mind. I wonder how many, I guess where I'm looking for is just sprites and facial reactions each character in the game has.
Yeah, I guess I don't know whether they're made up of individual, like how individualized the parts of the faces are.
Just remembering that Lovebee has like a number of facial expressions for being an NPC.
Yeah. Funny because I think Color Splash went back to the Paper Mario 64 way of pretty much having just full sprites for every animation of Mario. Some of the other characters, because of the way they have the outlines and such. Because in the original Paper Mario, practically every character was made up of single pieces, single sprites. But starting in TTYD, they kind of broke them up into smaller parts. And they look really weird if you use a free-look camera to get behind the camera. Or somehow get them to overlap other geometry. swap back to carry at this point.
Well, I'm gonna be heading out. Got dinner that's arriving pretty shortly here. So good luck on the rest of the challenge, whatever you're gonna be doing the rest of the day, JD Esther.
Yeah, I'll see you, Miles.
But even though I had forgotten that Count Bleck appears in Chapter 6-1, I did recall during the second time I played through that Tippy let that slip of saying we must stop Lumiere right after putting the pure heart in the heart pillar.
Yeah. It really seems like there should be something hidden behind that wall, but I don't think there is.
You're thinking of a flip sides version.
Yeah,
'cause
probably.
You already hit the, what was it, the yellow block in the flop side, so you'll get that treasure chest if you feel like it on the flip side.
Oh yeah, that's right. That they were connected that way. Is that another one of those power plus / HP plus things?
That one in particular, I believe, was a cooking disc.
Oh. Those things were always... Hello, Blue-Mare. What is that? Yeah, those cooking discs were always hidden in, like, really ridiculously obscure places, typically in the hubs, but not always. I think some of them were hidden other places.
There's one hidden in this next chapter.
Yeah, I don't remember where. Is it in 7.3 or is it
It's in 7.3.
Yeah, figures.
Yeah, actually, now that I come to think of it, it might be in 7-4. I don't recall. I want to say it's in 7-4 now because I remember having to go different places in order to retrieve things. I don't just mean apples.
You're going to take this opportunity to heal the 10 damage, despite the fact it's probably not really necessary.
You could have also just went right back in the door and went into the fountain.
Right. So doubly unnecessary. I'm also like 8,000 points from a level up. This game is really bizarre in that like you can get so many points just by comboing normal enemies, and yet bosses really don't give you, especially small bosses like in Chapter 6, don't really give you that many points.
I'd like to think that just the samurai guys are how really just think of your difficulty like, yes, this is a run of 100, but
None of your silly level ups.
basically, this isn't the pit, this is actual survival endurance.
A nightmarish landscape. And everyone else playing the game's like, but 7.3 is like 2 levels from now. I like that we get the proper introduction to the world now.
Yes. And even when this outline the outline that happens whenever you enter a new chapter, I didn't recognize it until I got the color restored. Or excuse me, the color got into the world, rather.
Oh. Anyway, moving on again. At least 7-1 is basically non-existent.
All honesty, though, while you were not really game over, that is 7-1, basically.
Actually, yeah. Can Luigi jump high enough to get over these? Oh, wow, yeah. He's got a heck of a jump. And it's really awkward to control.
Oh, yes. If only all the clouds in Super Dash 3 were that height where Luigi can jump just like the pipes. But nope. Only just now caught up with the stream just to see that.
Yep.
I don't remember. Can Tippy just basically be used to light up the area?
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah. That could be of somewhat use.
Probably not too necessary, but might prevent a stroke of running into a dry bones and then just falling from X number of feet.
Yep. Knowing that this is a big enough gap to jump across. Oh yeah, which I definitely could have jumped that. Ah.
And so it begins.
Yeah, maybe we should primarily use Luigi. His slippery physics won't be of any problem whatsoever. I didn't want to get picked up by that, but whatever, game. I don't want to hit any of these blocks, because they could be useful later. In case I get sent backwards in the level for some random reason.
Ah, that won't happen. Not at all.
What? Freaking A, man, hitting me through the floor?
I've gotten hit by that hand.
Now, what is my name?
Of the first door guy.
Oh, what the map? Sure. You know what? Sure. We'll take that.
Oh, I just realized you didn't even... Dang. I'm pretty confident I actually guessed the middle one as well, because if you just don't know, choose the middle option.
Odd numbers are just too weird for them to use. Like, odd numbers never work out. Back to the Chapter 3 fight again. The minus extra light now. Or it would be if the lights weren't turned on.
Plus Bowser's charge.
Yep, shouldn't have done that from behind.
I'm confident that the next time, my gosh, that was 8 fire damage.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Pretty confident that I used Luigi like on some random playthrough of Super Paper Mario just to see if I could hit Bowser consecutively and consistently with the super jump. It was pretty fun. In between still dodging. And
Really? It just comes like an inch from the blast.
doesn't want to make it too easy.
Well, he didn't actually get a good, like, actually look at what was inside that room. Seems totally unfazed. Let's see, we could do that, or we could just super jump blindly through this whole room.
Which one's more fun?
One that doesn't involve having less headroom. Yeah, although this involves weird turning physics. You slide backwards every time you land.
That's the nature of Luigi.
Shoot. Where that guy is anymore. Whatever we do, let's try not to fall directly down the middle gap or off the sides. Gee whiz, how tall is this?
It's pretty lengthy. But if you do fall, I hope you fall all the way to the right so you can get some coins.
Yeah, I don't need the coins. Hey, this is a totally different character, Tippy. Don't be Doris. I mean, the answer is Schmorange, obviously. Those are the facts.
I just realized we didn't get to do the thing that you wanted to do. The side quest before starting this chapter.
Which?
The Piccolo.
Yeah,
Side quest.
I suppose I could do that.
I mean, no reason to now, right? Right? Don't worry, the Underchomp will be fine. Maybe. Just 3 attacks. Then
I wasn't
again,
really paying attention to the second question, truth be told.
then again, what am I saying? This is a 2 pixels challenge. Only Thoreau and Boomer for that.
This is true. I wouldn't actually be able to use the other one in a battle, but oh, yep, there were only 2 triangles. I forgot which one there were fewer of. Just changes the question, and/or I misinput because I'm using a Wii D-pad. Your brain ages. Yeah, we were right in the middle of the DS era at this point. Oh gosh, do you remember which of these I actually have to talk to progress?
Ooh.
We have a save block for this.
True.
We're gonna assume it's the one furthest from the door, because that would make sense. Okay, never mind, I got it wrong.
The closest to the door, because the middle one tells the story, or is it?
Nope, it's the left one, apparently.
Dang. Whew. Okay, so...
Which one is going to make me progress and actually progress? I think this is the right one. Diet book. Now we only have to beat the entire level again, give or take.
Second chance to get those coins.
Yeah, whatever. Second chance to... Now that we see what's up here... Well, there's apparently a second ceiling. Some free healing out of it, that's fine. Luigi's gonna get copious use for 2 or 3 levels and then never be seen again.
Except when he has to be seen.
Yep.
For 8-3.
Nice. Nice physics there, game. all the dang way to the bottom.
Well, you wanted to make sure it didn't happen the first time. Second chance to get the coins, second chance for you to fall down through the middle.
Anyway, moving on.
It could be worse. Could have game over twice here.
I don't remember what the middle one gives you, but I think she sends you about halfway through the level. Get a mediocre reward at best.
I thought it was a trial student. I could be wrong.
Trial students in this game?
Or it might be named something else. Give me a second.
Really, I forget what I'm supposed to have been doing here. Sheer happenstance, you just miss all these things by jumping over them. Nice. Success. Alright, back to Mario, because this is technically a fight. I honestly don't know what happens if you use Thoreau during this. Time to find out. I assume Boomer... Say what?
I want to say that he tries and it just fails, but I don't remember myself.
Yeah, those look a little hefty to pick up, but we'll see.
I mean, I don't even think you can pick up the chomp in the overworld anyway, so...
This is true. Yeah. Red one was storing power and still only did 3 damage?
Think of that as a little freebie. Their storing power does absolutely nothing. Or instead of a freebie, think of it like you're still actually not in this little turn-based battle.
Yeah.
They're just turning their heads the other way instead.
I want to say one of them can do like a poison breath or something.
Yes, it doesn't actually poison though.
My level increased. I had to level up.
Congratulations.
Give him a fight. Well, I got a free heal off of that, which is good. Because I took a lot of damage.
You would have gotten the blocks in the beginning of 7-3 anyway.
Yeah, probably. It's not like you can avoid taking the majority of that damage. I mean, you could use Bowser and Fuddly if you really wanted to do ridiculous damage.
One shot all of them. Ah, so the second one, the one in the green, she gives the hint that to use Piccolo.
Oh. Oh yeah, right. I forgot you could do that in that fight.
The trial stew that I'm thinking of is from a map quest.
Aha.
I believe it's... You
Now
get it
refresh
from-
my memory. The red ones are the one. The red apple is the one I'll need for the end of this level, right?
Nope, it's the black one.
No, not for Peach. For the cloud at the
Oh.
end.
The end of the level, yes. It's the red one.
Please move from under the blocks. Thank you. Now, in the event I fall down somehow. Well, they can't both be healing.
One should be like a flower. Never mind.
The classic maneuver of, didn't even need to go back that way. Am I jumping blind here? Yeah, apparently. Wang. I forgot they had spiny Barabuzzies in this level. I thought they just appeared in 8.3 or whatever it was. Here endeth stair 1. These guys from the moon. I still can't kill in one hit, apparently. Unless it's a hit like that.
I would do if I recall I have 10 HP. The beatboxers.
Sheesh. Kill you to put a useful item in one of these boxes?
Slow flower, though. Huh. Could have sworn it was this tree. It might be the other tree. Or I could do this with our brain again.
There's plenty of items and stuff I'm missing out on, but if memory serves, the apples that I care about don't start appearing till the 4th stair. Oh, hello! All of the enemies! Yeah. Well, you weren't done. I don't know why I wasn't jump comboing you guys in the first place.
Talked about getting lost in 5-3 and 5-4 and not really being able to progress for minutes on end.
I got stuck in 5-3 for a while because of the, not knowing I had any agency during the minecart sections. I think this is
But yeah.
blue apples, right? Yeah, I don't think we need to show what happens if we use the wrong apples on the peach thing, especially since we have a full inventory of mostly healing items at the moment that I can't get rid of per the challenge anyway.
Yeah, just go for
That was damage that didn't need to be taken. And that could have been more comboing if I'd realized that hit would kill.
I'm surprised, but I've been getting a whole bunch of mushrooms, actually. Whether it be zombie shrooms or actual mushrooms. And good thing too, because the Rough Puffs being able to deal 4 damage upon impact with a lightning blast. My gosh.
Yeah, Rough Puffs are... They appear really early in one of the pits, too. That are the Dark Puffs. And they're no joke. Especially in close quarters like that. At least here you're in open air.
Oh yes. And I don't remember, does the lightning attack, the little lightning ball, go through the pit's walls? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Ugh.
The lightning is piercing. If memory serves, this is Peach. Yep, we'll come back to her. Hello, loading. Had you prepared this whole cutscene for me? And you're like, oh man, he's gonna love this. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm gonna go play the rest of the level first. Or I'm wrong, and that was the Red Apple room. Either way, I don't need it now.
They're definitely near Peach. I say definitely, but I mean, I can always be wrong, but I'm fairly confident that that's the room where Peach is in. It's just too good to have a save block right there. Excuse me. Too coincidental if Peach wasn't there.
47, I definitely missed the Red Apple. Midway. Or maybe not, maybe that's it over there.
Huh, over there. Have to go for the obvious.
Well,
softball puns.
Cool. Okay, yeah, this is the Red Apple. Did more or less what I... Really? It's right above here, isn't it? Do you have to use this cloud down here to get there? I guess that makes sense. Healing? Cloudflower? Cloudflower? Wrong game.
This is the
I don't even know why there's a ceiling in here.
wow.
Yeah, I guess anything that I can't use. Anything that I can't burn. The candidates to toss first. I just don't want to pick up life shrooms that I forgot existed. That's the only reason I filled my inventory in the first place. Such beautiful music.
Wears down on you if you stay too long, though.
What, Luigi going... That's what I was referring to. I think the orange apple's around here, yada yada. Or yellow. That's what they call it. Black one's up this way, I think. There's a door right here. Clearly this isn't it. Oh right, there was an apple tree in 3D for some reason. Yep. We shan't need those. Forget what this door is. Hello, enemies. making sure I'm not missing anything in here. I think this was just an enemy room. Maybe I should have actually followed those arrows. Dang it! This looks correct. I like how if you jump down from here, there's just nothing else on this plane. Just fall.
Switching between Mario and Luigi, then just hearing Luigi's, "Hey, you chose me to be the hero to walk with now." Ah.
Ahaha!
I only noticed it with him, even though I know that I noticed it in all the other heroes. Just really sticks out, in particular, his.
Where am I? I don't even know. Not quite at the bottom. Maybe guess where the peach room is from here.
Veering left.
That's why I couldn't go any further down.
Luigi Grand Jedi Knight says, "Hi guys."
Well, hey. Yeah, chat's kind of quiet right now. Chat usually is. Feel free to chat, and I can read the chat so long. Like, I check it occasionally.
The exciting parts were missed, but can be seen once it's fully uploaded, i.e. 6-2.
Yeah.
Really just all of 6 was a highlight.
I feel like most of 6-1 was the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
A tree with a kind of fruit. What? Like many of those exist in this game. I assume you could probably beat this level without Peach if you use thoughtly jumping. I wonder if Peach is ever actually necessary again until 8-2. Or whether it ever gives her to you.
Could have sworn, however, that and while I don't really know much about thoughtly jumping, there is a gap that you have to cross. That's weird. Applying thoughtly jumping could clear it though.
I think you can gain height with that. So there's pretty much nothing you couldn't theoretically do with it. Looks like her parasol gets less and less effective the longer you hold it out. It's like actually slowing your descent. Still get the double damage even on the way down. Progressing.
Is that really a thing, getting double damage on the way down as well?
Apparently.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
I assume this is the point past which you cannot progress normally without Peach.
It is.
How was I able to normally jump? I must have just timed that bounce really badly. Clouds to clouds. Reverse, like a back curse you. That'd be the worst. Putting one here in the middle of this world. Appreciate the Roman columns here. I assume these won't break. I love Luigi just randomly gaining momentum like that. Like I just jumped forward for no reason. I'm gonna land on that thing. Yeah. Wow, we made it to the top of this room good and fast. I don't know what I thought I was. People watching this are gonna be so freaking annoyed. Oh, come on! I am too, at this rate. Ah. Die. You and your double damage die. I'm gonna get the speed back right when I least expect it.
And then fall.
Honestly, the slow isn't bad for crossing that with Peach. Forgot there were a couple extra stairs here after you get Peach back.
Upon my memory, is it that it's 100 or?
I think it only goes to 80. Try to not hit that. Oh, can you not get high enough to get to that? Whatever. Just jump backwards up these columns then. Can't see me. I'm invisible. Yep, you do double damage when you come down.
That's really interesting.
Please don't be a life shroom. Ah, game. Okay, good. I still have the don't have the space at the moment.
Now begs the question: when fighting Mr. L, you take double damage if you're under, but if he lands on your head, do you still take 6 damage?
Yeah, are the mechanics transferred properly? By sheer happenstance, I think I happened to have a red apple on me when I played this originally. Like when I got to this point.
Lucky you.
Because I was just keeping them as random healing items. got a coin. Wasn't aware there were coins to be gotten. A gold bar! Sweet! I didn't even know that I'd forgotten those were in this game. Oh yeah, sure enough, coins hidden behind the columns. Gold bar is a very good inventory filling item because there's never any reason to get rid of it. The over there is over there. And in case you somehow got this far without Peach, here's a tiny little pit that's just slightly too big to get across without her. Except you might be able to get that with Luigi. You certainly could if you had the shell. Gosh, I wonder how many of the gaps in this you could jump if you had that shell. Has Peach ever actually needed to cross them?
Yeah, of course, I would think with that shell, you could cross that one.
I mean, if I learned anything from Super Mario Bros. 2, it's that Peach is just a strictly better Luigi. No, other way around. Luigi is a strictly better Peach. Because Luigi can cover the distance and better height. Yeah, I do not remember how this level works at all, though. I just remember it being very tedious.
Doors, doors, and more doors, and key items. Including a third door where you wouldn't expect it. Unless you had the good eyesight to find it going through.
It's locked. Is it though? This is when I fall down here, where this block is clearly showing this ground beneath. I'm not going to hit these because I seem to remember one of these having a healing item in it. Guess let's head where the key door is first. More doors and more keys. Fantastic. You know, on second thought, no. Let's go that other path first, because it's lower in the level. Not very good at quartering, apparently. That would have been easier to do in 3D.
My eyes for a bit because I forgot that there was still a giant void in the background.
Got accustomed to seeing that?
Yes, honestly.
Dang it, Pal Pills, why must you always appear? Alright, man. Mr. Blue.
that's why. Okay.
Okay, I don't remember what to do with this guy at all.
What happens is you have to talk to the other guy because... Yeah.
Dang it, Super
Yes.
Paper Mario. Why you got a Paper Mario? This wasn't what the series was about, man. There were times you could do things out of order.
That's why. This is the NIMBY that I was thinking of that you had to remember to come back and get. Or if you didn't know, or you just didn't see the other path after getting the key.
Have to get him last or what?
Well, no, it's more so that you have to get him after figuring out, hey, what do you really have to do in 7-4? Basically, accepting the trouble instead of trying to do the trouble without going to the trouble section. Or as I had recently learned, actually having to talk to the conductor before getting the autograph.
Yeah. I'm with you, Bowser. This whole chapter is just way too puzzly for its own good. The world's slowest elevator. Short of the ones on the west side of my office.
Compare that elevator speed to Riverside Station's elevator speed.
I mean, that one hadn't been operated in like 100 years. Cut it some slack.
Details, details. These NIMBYs can float, though.
I know, right? So you'd think they'd have all the reason to make a faster elevator. Freaking whiz. I'm not gonna unfreeze all you guys. Only one of you is actually required to progress.
So none of them in that room. It's this one.
Yeah, you could stay frozen. What is this? I don't think I've ever been here.
The shop?
Yeah, I guess not.
Indeed.
Just didn't know what I was looking at for a sec there. What a place to open a hot dog stand. Go back and get the blue one now.
At least you know after you get him, it should be straightforward afterwards. Because you don't have another place to get lost. Like I did. Which room has that cooking disc, though?
I don't know why I'm doing this here and not here. It's a lot easier to jump up.
Matter of fact, there's a cooking disc and a special character card. I think this one
Within
area.
this level?
In this level. If it's not both, it's definitely one or the other.
I don't suppose it's on top of Bluebee's bill.
No, I think at least one of them you have to go into a pipe.
Yeah, there were all these pipes I didn't go into on 7-1. I assume at least some of those are going to have some secret-y things in them. Whatever, none that are of any use, I'm sure. Somewhere in this level is a megastar. Each chapter must have one.
Each chapter. Each.
And only one, to my recollection. We could hit that, but where's the fun in that? Surely we can make this. Yep, because this is the place of unnecessary elevators. Assume one of these goes to yellow and the other to red.
That, I don't remember. But yeah, I would think so. In order to make the bridge appear, you'd have to speak to him, so yeah.
Sigh. Sigh! Anyway. Look at abuse invincibility frames there. Once again, with the whole faking it thing.
I like how if you just go elsewhere, however, the body turns, so.
Come on, pointer.
I don't think he's actually necessary, though.
Sigh.
I'm fairly confident he's not necessary.
What else is in this room?
Try flipping.
Oh, block way up there. Gee whiz, how do I remember so little about this level? Would've died at getting comboed into pits 10 billion times. What is this, Henry Hatsworth? Ah. Or indeed any game that has a sufficient amount of, I didn't even see where that block was. I feel like I'm definitely missing something in this room. Sir. Annoying enough. Can't tell where that block is with respect to the ground I was on.
I feel like this one is legitimately a guessing game, though.
repel those. Oh no, it's just a happy flower. There's nothing in here.
Ah.
Gee whiz. People hate 7-3. Right out loud. This level is a zillion times worse. Okay, this is the red room, at least, presumably.
What do you get for the third person? Also, I had... Whew, wow. Forgot that all those guys were in 3D.
Which?
The previous room, where you had to flip.
Oh, yeah. Why did I do that? Alright, now where? I've already been on the ceiling here, I'm pretty sure. Hello. I only just now noticed all those guys in 3D. More stuff to the left here that I didn't see before. This is probably where the yellow thing is. Maybe? Oh, no, this is where the star is.
I don't recall, however, if it's also the same room where the yellow orb. Really, I'm just kind of guessing my own self.
I think there's any point to being up here.
Question is, where is that pipe, though? Oh, it should be in the third pedestal, then, on the cloud. Might require a flip.
What?
Dang, I'm actually just trying to find out where this pipe is to get either the card or the cooking disc, but I can't even find it. Unless, of course, it was like rooms before, in the same room where the...
Well, this isn't... I was gonna say, this has to be where the yellow one is. fitting that he'd be the yellow guy. Overshot. And now the backtrack.
But the main event is upon us.
6 tries. I swear, with full health, I'd better not take that long.
His attack power should be 4 if I recall.
Actually, no, wait, this is the wrong way. Oh boy. Fun times. Thankfully, the next chapter has a lot more interesting stuff to see all throughout.
Enemies of every variety.
Maybe less so the background, but eh.
So the exciting turns every corner.
I messed it up by playing the sounds in the wrong order. Is there really no save block or healing block here?
No, there's one right before the boss area, though.
Oh, I thought that was right before the boss area. I forgot there was an extra room here.
Nope, cutscene.
Oh, right. I forgot about this cutscene. It took them this long in Super Paper Mario to abuse the heck out of the frame bumper. TBYD did this about every other chapter. Just gonna 3D my way through this whole thing.
I did that. I might have, though, because I know I completed flop-side because of 100 trials before reaching chapter 7, like another playthrough.
We'll see how this one goes. Brouhaha.
The way to not pronounce his laugh.
Isn't that what Junior Drupa says in Shiver City? Or is it Brahaha?
I don't remember. It's more lengthened, if anything. Like.
Hello, game, let me point. Sheesh.
Not like I had to worry about anything immediately. Just a setup.
Pretty sure there are other means of hitting his head. What? You can pick these up? It's not gonna freeze locked. There's music in this fight, as it turns out.
It's one of my favorite tracks as well. I can say that for a lot of the tracks in Super Pokemon, honestly. Using Peach the first time around, I didn't even realize that you could just completely duck over those horizontal crystals.
What, I took 2 damage from there? Well, you can just sort of invincibly hit him if you hit him too frequently for him to counter you. That is silly. That didn't hit him, for crying out loud. Thankfully, the chill has an area of effect. He's got 1 or 2 more hits. I wasn't paying too much attention.
They took you to the limit, though.
A lot of silly hits. Oh, never mind. He's got another hit yet. That was almost a fight.
Nice.
Would have been trouble at half health. At least this one heals you beforehand. Look at those eyes just blink there for a split second.
You have to say, first time around, this scene does. Excuse me. The scene does bring out, I guess, a little bit of feels, or maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. I'm just kind of going back and forth, like how I felt. Trying to remember how I felt when this first happened. Like, oh wow, so this is actually interesting. And then, of course, the rage ensues during post-game if the player chooses to come back.
Say what?
When I say then the rage ensues when the player decides to come back post-game. Like, come on. It was a powerful scene. At least it was supposed to be a powerful scene.
Oh, right. Luffy just decides to exist again.
I have to remember when all the Pixls do the little dance for Chapter 7's Pure Heart. If Dash Out, Piccolo, and...
Yeah, they're all
and
included
Barry.
there, I believe.
Ah.
Like Barry has been.
Alright, but I'm saying, like, if they get cut off of the screen, or
Oh,
at least
yeah, they
still
probably
see
do.
during the dance. All comes full circle. This little interlude story, black screen. It's also nice to remember that the last heart pillar to put in, rather the last heart pillar that you can put your heart in, is just a simple go there.
Yeah, it just sort of appears. Well,
If I remember correctly, like, the heart icon still shows above, even if it hasn't appeared yet.
yeah.
Which I wonder why.
Well, I reckon we'll do that next time, because it's short.
Very. And you have the shortcut for it.
Truth. Well, this has been a stream. We've made progress, and we've had some rough goes of it. Maybe we'll have some more, maybe we won't. We'll see.
Depends on how that second Mimi fight goes.
Yeah, this is
Rather,
true.
third.
At any rate, this has been JDAster64. I'll be back with the rest of this on Wednesday, likely.
Dark Mario 1000, I'll probably join him as well.
See you guys around.